Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada also said, we're here for a very short time. If our body wears out by concentration and glories of the Lord, our efforts will be crowned with success. So that's part of it. What says, the last paragraph, Jayadeva Maharaj instructed me, was very good. Even if one is not greedy for material possessions, but is too attached to family life, he also cannot understand Krishna consciousness. Superficially, such persons are not very greedy for material possessions, but they're too attached to wife, children, and family improvement. When a person is not contaminated by the above-mentioned faults, yet at the ultimate issue is not interested in the service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he's a non-devotee. He cannot understand the philosophy of Krishna consciousness. Wow. Vrindavaneva manareti prasiddhi bhumau tatrati Krishna balarama sabhali mule jnanam param paramai Krishna sudharma chukta dandasta deva prabhupada namo namaste. Amazing, isn't it? But this describes us. Now look, this shloka, I just spoke of this shloka to a community of all households. You have a wife, you have a husband, you have children, and you cannot say that you can't be attached. Because you have properties, you have taxes, you have bills, you have everything. At the same time, all of you know that you see so many God brothers and God sisters are leaving. And leaving this body and leaving this world and going on. What should we do? We should be prepared for the ultimate goal. Just like I was reflecting on Prabhupada's quote. He doesn't quote Ramayana very much, but there was a conversation between Vishwamitra Muni, who was a Kshatriya previously, who was a Brahmarishi, and he was greeting Dasarath, and the usual pleasantries, my dear king, how are your spies, how is your treasury, how is your citizen, how is your queens, how is it going? Then Dasarath said, Oye Hishta Yatam Punar Janma Jayaya, are you making advancement on your path to become deathless? 99 of these sages in Vedic culture were householders. It didn't mean that because they were married with wife and children and family, that they were not trying for ultimate liberation. So should we. Let me continue. The next shloka describes basically the quality of a first initiated devotee. What is that lakshana? Which we should see in the candidate, in the public, in the congregation, and in our heart. Shradhanaya bhaktaya vanitaya anusuyave bhuteshu vidamaitreya shru sha abhirataya cha. Kapila Dev says to his mother, instruction should be given to the faithful devotee who is respectful to the spiritual master, non-envious, friendly to all kinds of living entities, and eager to render service with faith and sincerity. Basically, you see your spiritual master in the face of all the God brothers and God sisters who try to serve sincerely. That's what you should do in this community. See the face of your spiritual masters. Vande Guru. Because Chaitanya Charitamrita says there are Shiksha Gurus and Diksha Gurus. See the face of them. In the face of those devotees you associate with. Associate with devotees that are Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis of substance. They act according, they control themselves and they act to try to give Krishna to everyone. The next verse is the next shloka, 42, which basically describes Brahminical mentality. What is that? Bahir jati viragaya shantachittaya diyatam nirmatsaraya suchaye yastaham prayasapriya. Kapila Dev says. This instruction should be imparted by the spiritual master to persons who have taken the Supreme Personality of Godhead to be more dear than anything else. They're not envious of anyone, perfectly cleansed, who have developed attachment with that which is outside the purview of Krishna consciousness. Wait a minute. You may ask, how can you be detached from everything outside of Krishna consciousness? You know, you got bills to pay, you know, you got work to do, you know, you got a job, your wife's got a job, you got kids, you got school, you got it. Right? How are you supposed to be detached? Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, in his last work that he wrote in 1908, he finished the Bengali translation, but he was so absorbed in his internal budget, he did not finish the purports of it. That Bhakti Pradeep Tirtha, his disciple, finished. Bhakti Siddhartha's first sannyas disciple, finished. In the sloka, I think it's sloka number 7 or 8, he says, Name patni kanya tanaya janani bandhu nichaya hare bhakte bhakto nakaliyari tesham sumamata. Now I now give up all attachment for my wife, children, family, sons, daughters, relatives, friends, well-wishers. Hare bhakte bhakto nakaliyari tesham sumamata. And these personalities will not make me Krishna conscious. Why? He says it in the next pada. Abhaktaranam anagrahanam apidosho vishainam. Accepting grains cooked by these non-devotees are the fault that cause the fault to materialism. Katam te shad sangat. If I associate with them, Hari bhajana siddhir bhavatu me. How will I become perfect in my worship of the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Then in sloka 9 he continues to describe it. Asat targe. Such persons may be poetical. Asat. They've given up bad association. Asat targe. I'm done. People that are blind to the truth. Asat targe. I'm done. Jada sukha pada. They're not interested in sense gratification. Krishna vimuka. And they're not against. They're against Krishna. They're against Krishna. I'm against them also. Kudirvana Shakta, and they're attached to impersonal liberation. Satatamatiture Parihara, and these persons are very smart because they keep such people far away. Aradhama Govinda Bhajanitaram Jampikataya, but yet they don't have any affection for Govinda. They worship Govinda without Radharani. Arada Govinda Bhajanitaram Dhampagataya, because of some pride or arrogance. Jadotya say kintu kshanamabhinayami pratamidam. I will not go in front of them, even for a moment, Bhaktivinoda says. He said, they have all the qualities. They're sadhus, but still they have some arrogance and they're against Radharani, love for Govinda. And I'm not going in front of them for a moment. Pratamidam, this is my vow. Heavy. That's sloka 9. So Bhaktivinoda describes in those 2 verses a little bit more about discrimination. Now wait a minute. They're not like that in North America. You don't find that. You just find ordinary small people. Ordinary as much. Ordinary people. And you got to deal with those to make your money. To pay your bills and stuff. How are you supposed to do it? How are you supposed to do it? Become internal. That's what it is. Within your heart. Narada Muni mentions it very clearly in 7th Canto, chapter 14. That although a householder may get some job to maintain, still they are determined, Narada Muni mentioned, I believe it's in Shloka 6, they're determined that I will not become entangled. Within their heart, the devotee has to become grave and think, somehow or another, I will not become entangled. I'm not going to allow the situation to entangle me. How do you get that discrimination? Unless you become internal. Positive. Yes, this is what I've been preaching the last 3 days. And I also spoke it probably a year ago when I was here. We have to really understand the nectar of Krishna consciousness that we really personally like. To tell you frankly, come on, look at this institution. Not everybody's going to be your buddy. Everybody's got a few loose screws. Some people got a few looser screws than others. Let's face it, right? Not everybody will love you. And I was thinking like that. Gee, who's going to love me? Who's going to carry me? Who's going to take care of me? This is why I got married to Krishna. He's cheaper and sweeter. Besides that, he's very personal. Well, when I remember, I was talking with Kali Chandra Maharaj.